This table is horrible.
Smell that drawer.
I just shit on his table.
Because it's a shit table. I mean, I get it now.
Table.
He's
Johnny,
such a
introduce
nice
us.
I thought you, no.
Is it my turn?
You made such a big deal. I want to introduce Clyde. I want to be the one that does it. I'm like, all right, go for it.
Please don't let him. Please don't.
I don't know. My mic cutting.
Guys, welcome to this week's episode of the
How about
Terrible
I just
Table
introduce
Podcast.
myself?
What'd you say?
Scoob, can you introduce me after he
Let's get
introduces you?
Scoob doing it.
Because I know
Is
what
it-
he's going to say. I don't want to have to refute what he says.
Uh-oh. All right.
Oh, I won't say it.
Did you have something planned?
No.
Is that what I'm hearing?
No. What's up, guys? Welcome to this week's episode of the Terrible Table Podcast. We are here with our good buddy Johnny Gates, two of our close friends, the Wild Man Scoob, and my dearest friend Clyde Williams.
That's what he.
And that's been his time.
Oh, shit. He's leaving.
That's what he didn't want to hear.
What? He's a good friend?
Yeah,
Dear friend. Dear friend.
What happened?
Why?
He's
If
not
he shuts
leaving.
the door all the way, he can't get back in.
Yeah,
That's
I
going to
know.
be funny.
He-
Yeah, he locked himself. Is he really leaving?
No, he's not leaving.
I mean, I don't know. He's almost to the gate.
He'll do anything for the bit. He's
Yeah,
coming
no,
back.
I get it.
If y'all have hung around Clyde for more than 20 minutes, you know he's going to be right back knocking
If
on the door.
Clyde actually leaves, dog, this is gonna be.
That's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be even funnier than.
Yeah, no shit. He just got up and
yeah.
walked
He's
out
like,
of here.
he's
Goes
like,
get some
Like
food.
you,
Fuck
hold on, yeah,
this.
you drove over here just to leave.
Look how he knows there's.
Why does it bother him so much?
It doesn't.
What? Hearing that he's a dear friend bothers him? What's
How
up?
far, dude? If I see that red car back up,
Nah, I'm telling you, like, that is commitment right there, bro. Like,
I mean,
he turned around.
no, he didn't.
No, he
Oh, he
didn't.
turned sideways to
Yeah, he
squeeze.
had to get past the cars. This motherfucker's leaving.
wow,
Ain't no way.
That
All
is
because you called him a dear
that
friend.
is commitment right there. bro.
He's acting like I called him something racially insensitive.
No, he's acting worse than that. He's acting like you touched or something. I can't be around these guys no more.
If that car pulls off,
I swear to you, if he hits the block and then comes back, if that motherfucker leaves,
If he doesn't
thanks
come
for
back,
coming on the show, Clyde.
Yeah,
I
that was-
appreciate it. That was fun. That was good. That was real fun.
that's what we hit.
He's not your ride, is he?
no, that'll be even worse.
That'd be
Oh, so
much-
we both got to go.
Scoops
All
up.
right,
All right,
Oh, I gotta
sorry,
commit,
guys.
I got to commit to this shit too.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I don't know why
All right.
Chris did that. I thought it was polite of him
Well.
to say that.
Well,
How are we doing, guys?
Doing
Are we
well.
still waiting on Clyde? We
Ah,
gonna see
yeah,
how this
man,
plays
I'm-
out?
I am.
we can run it. He'll be back, or
Yeah.
he won't be.
Oh, he won't be. That's crazy. That is.
Yeah, we're all. I mean, we're all waiting on him to just drive off.
Would he be in Channel 2 or is he on the street?
He'd be channel 1, channel 2. You'd either see him go towards Erie Drive or Ackerd, so it's one or the other. Channel 1 and 2 is what you need.
Oh, I was looking at Channel 8.
Yeah, channel 8's the driveway looking down the street, but 1 and 2.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, here he comes.
Yeah, here he comes. All
All right,
right.
he had to go get some.
He had to
hand
go get his
sanitizer.
speaker.
Yeah.
All right. All right, we can have a conversation now.
We've got to do a musical bit. What's up, guys? We'll wait on Clyde.
Wait.
Are we waiting still?
Nope, he had to lock his car. All right, cool.
That's what it was.
Cool.
Yeah, that was it.
All right,
He's
cool.
hanging out by my car a little bit too long. Hey, black man.
Hey, my neighbors are going to start calling me soon.
Golly.
There's 2 of them over there. What are you doing?
There's 2 of them there.
No, man. If they didn't call when I had 16 people over here for that podcast,
For that
of
one
yours,
podcast. Oh, my God. That was such a good podcast.
man, we had that table over there filled the fuck up with
it
people.
was full. They missed
Man,
it, too.
motherfuckers were having to pass the mic back and forth.
That's
and shit.
crazy.
Yeah, there was so many. What, 12,
It was,
13?
it was about 12 people.
There was people sitting like back there.
Like, motherfuckers brought motherfuckers. Like, what the fuck? Like, I was like, hey, man, we going to be in somebody's house. So, respect the whatchamacallit,
Yeah.
yada, yada. And she was like, all right, cool. Well, I'll take them everywhere with me. Like, maybe you should have said that before I told y'all to come. Like, but
Wait,
it was good.
You
though.
take them everywhere. Who takes people with them everywhere?
It was like an entourage.
I understand.
But, I mean, they were cool. Like, they were cool.
But that's crazy. I can't imagine always hanging around people.
God, I'm sorry Chris upset you.
Me either. Like, I go everywhere, like, by myself.
I can't wait to be alone. Like,
That's just because you're dirty.
Yeah, also like
While
also
you're
like
trying
doing
to
that.
get by yourself, hit the laundry room.
How was it, Clyde?
So,
When he's alone, he's gonna finally wash his hands.
just wipe him on his leg. Do I need to redo that introduction? Welcome, everybody, to this week's episode of the Terrible Table Podcast. We got Wild Man Scoob and Clyde
Just
and
Clyde.
Chris and me. And that's it. There's nobody's friends here. We all just met.
Hey, were you a soccer guy?
I grew up playing soccer.
Bullshit.
Yeah,
I know you ran track.
He went to Magnet, so you know.
Ah.
I didn't have no football team in there, so then.
Yeah,
You played in high school and shit too?
I played a number. I did a number of sports.
Did you do
growing up.
fencing there?
I was a fencer.
Fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
he did.
I went to the Junior
My
Olympics
son did it.
in fencing.
You went to the Junior Olympics in
Is he
fencing?
good?
I did.
Sorry.
I was gonna get a scholarship to NYU fencing.
But then he blew out his knee,
Well, he went to
No, I
college
just,
on his. He went to
I just
track.
I just didn't
You
want
did?
to. I just didn't want to move to New York. I thought it was too far away.
Damn.
You went to school on with track?
I ran track and I played basketball.
Nice. Did not know that about you.
Well, technically, I didn't play any games because I got injured before season started.
That happened to me in football. I broke my arm in practice.
That's fuck. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Trash.
Such a bad moment. Like,
Trash.
shit, dude.
Should have cut that cast off and played you a little bit.
Dude, I stopped playing immediately. I was like, fuck football. I don't even like it.
Well, no, that's
Immediately gave up.
That's kind of how I was with boxing. Like,
Yeah.
but I was decent at boxing until I ran into somebody that punched the shit out of me and made me see my own blood. And I was like, you
Dude,
know
the
what?
first time you really get hit in the face, it's a realization. You're like, all right, that happened. I don't want this to happen
Yeah,
again.
no. Like, he punched my fucking nose and like it turned on like a faucet, and I was just like, and I was decent. Like I'm good, and he like punched me in the nose, and I was just like,
Dude.
I
It's
can't
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
like
I'm
what?
not crying,
I'm
but
crying,
it looks
but-
like I am.
And he was smaller than me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was just like,
my
man, what the
stand.
fuck is going on here? Realization, you know what? Fuck that.
I'm going back for the stand too because I realized I got almost laid down in this chair.
You
There
know
you
that
go.
thing comes up a little bit, right?
What?
That chair. Oh, or did you push it down?
No, my weight did not push it down,
okay.
but I definitely don't want that happening while we're videoing.
Fucking hydraulic.
Just
give
be
out and you
fat as
just
shit and
sit
shrink in
there.
chairs. Dude, there's nothing worse. Have y'all ever broken a lawn chair?
Yeah.
Man, when was the last time y'all broke a lawn chair?
Not by sitting on it.
He
Or you
broke-
just backyard wrestling?
You could call it that.
Nice.
from the top rope.
I kind of want to put on a
call it
production of a backyard wrestling. I want to find a
man,
trashy neighborhood and just
hell
do
no.
it.
We have plenty of those around here.
You'd be at it.
I'd be at it. I definitely would.
No, I'm not
participate.
trying to get
Yeah,
hurt.
I'm
a
too fucking
grown-ass
old.
man.
Yeah, I'm too fucking old.
No,
bro.
there's a video of a gender reveal where
It's the greatest gender.
Have you
oh
seen
my!
it? You seen it?
Have y'all seen the gender reveal?
No, what was it?
It was basically it was a big crate that said boy in blue. Underneath it at girl in pink, and then the guy knocks on the crate, and then these two wrestlers burst through the crate, and it's like, you want to know if it's a boy or if it's a girl, and then they start wrestling.
It's
in
like
the
a
backyard.
7-minute wrestling match.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
whoever
wow.
wins it's the coolest fucking thing you've ever
I've
seen.
seen quite a few of them though. Like a lot
That's
of different wrestling gender reveals.
That's so great. Like,
That was probably the one that started it all,
Probably so.
but I don't know because that's the only one I've ever seen.
I know I seen.
so it's got to be the
seen-
best one for sure.
I've actually
only
just
seen
seen
this
two
one.
like the other day. Like it's. I watch a lot of wrestling.
Yeah,
though,
so that's
I-
in your algorithm.
Yeah, I watch a lot of wrestling.
Mine's
though,
all
so.
hockey and just, dude, if I scroll through it, I have fucked up my Instagram with bitches. It's just bitches
Bruh.
and hockey. Like, that's all that's in there. I'm like, damn, dude, what happened? Somehow Pokemon cards got in there. I haven't bought a pack of Pokemon cards since I was like 9.
You like fell asleep on your phone or something and tapped it or something. That had to be what it is.
I must have liked one video. I'm like, oh, that's cool. He pulled a Charizard.
Right. It would have shown up.
Immediately, my
I used to do
algorithm-
that too.
Yeah.
No, probably what happened. You probably like went to this. There's a stripper. Her name is Pikachu,
Okay.
and you probably like accidentally clicked on her shit, and then that's where all the Pokemon started coming.
I don't know if they're strippers, but they all got OnlyFans. And if they ain't got free shit on Twitter, I'm immediately uninterested.
Immediately.
Cheap ass.
I'm not paying for an OnlyFans.
Immediately. Like
I can't have that on my credit card statement.
X
OnlyFans.
and XX.com has like locked pages now, and I'm like, man, fuck that. Like
Yeah, I'm not paying for porn.
if I'm looking for Pinky and I see 10,000 videos, but you can only watch 100. Well, I'm only watching those fucking 100.
Yeah. And I'm gonna find my favorite.
Right,
And I'll go back to that one next month.
It's not like it's not like I need a whole fucking hour. Like I need a good 2 minutes.
Right. If you wanted me to pay for OnlyFans, you should have done that shit in the 90s. Like,
Yeah, no,
all.
honestly.
Back when it was not available. Imagine
back when
booming they do
Hustler
now.
and OnlyFans would have been our only options.
Just imagine these ladies
Or
having to
pay-per-view.
produce their own magazines.
Spice TV.
I had the illegal box.
Oh, you had the illegal box?
Yeah, my dad worked for the cable company.
Oh, that's dope.
He still pays for illegal box.
Damn, he got it.
Hold on, wait.
need
Illegal box, like Mexican box?
Underage,
It's
whatever
prostitution.
makes a joke
Prostitution
funnier.
is
That's where we're
illegal
going.
Because I'm like, hold up, wait.
They didn't say undocumented box.
Well, I mean, they
I'm
did.
stopping it where I stopped it. That's all I'm.
It's up for interpretation.
So,
But really, what makes it illegal is that he's paying for it. That's really
y'all might be wondering why there's 4 of us here. I made a mistake.
racial balance.
You double booked.
I double booked. So when you texted last night, I was like, "No, it's just gonna be 4 of us," and I just played like, "Yep,
Oh,
yep, sure
it's
is."
cool.
He said something about him, and I was like, "Sure," and I had you in my calendar, and it went off about 5 minutes before you texted me, and I was like, "Shit."
Scoob,
All right, fuck it. We all know each other.
have you ever double booked a comedian on accident?
So something like that. Like I booked a comedian for this one day, and the other comedian who I needed, so he was booking me in his club, and I needed to book him in mine. And I'd already booked somebody I wanted, but the only available days he had.
The only way you could squeeze them.
Yeah, and I was like, fuck. So I mean,
I'll just come out of pocket on this.
yeah,
one. You did me a
I
solid,
was just,
so
I was
got
just
to,
like,
yeah.
God, because I mean, it's an investment in what I'm doing.
Yes,
so I'm like, I can't let both these motherfuckers down. Plus, I already told him and paid him a deposit.
Yeah.
So like, I don't double book often.
I did it once, and the guy messaged me the night before, and I had booked the show. Like, I booked him 3 months in advance. It was just for a tiki show. It wasn't nothing crazy. It wasn't paying him a ton. He's a 10-minute guy. But he's like, I'll be in town. And I was like, yeah, for sure. That fills a spot. Like, cool. Whatever.
Yeah.
It fills a spot. That's fine. It's not coming out of my pocket too much or out of the show money too much. And then he was like, and I completely forgot, booked a whole new show the day before. He's like, dude, I'm excited. What time should I get there? And I just scrolled through our messages, and I was like, son of a bitch. 3 months ago, we talked about it, and I almost got mad at him. Like, why didn't you remind me? But that's not his job. It's on me to write things down and look at it.
Like double booking features, I probably run into that a whole lot more simply because they don't respond back fast enough.
Especially out of town guys, too, because
like,
they got other shit going.
Yeah, like what? I'm not even talking about them. Like the people we know. like today's Sunday. I'll text them on Sunday. The people that I want on this specific show.
Yeah.
Like, hey Johnny, hey Chris, are y'all available for December 22nd?
Yeah.
January 1st, I finally hear something from y'all, but I hear something from you, and I don't hear nothing from Johnny, but I done already text Clyde, and Clyde's like, Clyde is the king of my double books.
Yeah.
Like, Clyde will be like, hey, do you still need me for this, whatever day this is? Shit,
Nope. No, but yeah, but let me switch this day for this day, or you know what? I just won't do shit. You can host. Like there's literally. I love when that happens too. I'm like, oh shit, I ain't got to work. I just got to be there.
I was like, okay, just
run sound.
Yeah, exactly. I can sit back and drink some beers and run sound.
Being the host, DJ, cameraman, and all that shit is tiring.
Yeah.
Like,
so what are you booking for these days? Is it just the first Sunday show?
Yeah.
What else are you doing?
Well, I'm booking only my show right now, but I'm soon to be booking
he's booking his show because he also is a performer. So you got to understand, he has a show that he books. Also, he's on the road doing his thug thizzle out of town, thugging with his rounds. You know what I'm saying? So
smoking on the pounds.
That's
because I was about to say the other part didn't work.
Yeah,
I don't think Johnny knows that other song.
I don't think he does.
My pussy pink, my booty hole brown.
Is this WAP?
No.
No.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
What a white dad answer.
Is this WAP?
I don't know what the song is.
He thought he had it too.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I know this.
I know this is WAP.
I'm hip, man.
Final answer.
Johnny, I got to tell you, in my eyes, you have never been more adorable.
Thank you so
That's
much.
adorable.
Was
that WAP?
Yeah, there's a joke that I think of that has to be there when it talks. I grew up with No Limit and, Make 'Em Say and now they've got Make 'Em Say bail bondsmen's and No Limit car washes. Is there going to be a wet ass pussy window cleaning services?
Oh yeah, they have it in California.
It's already wet ass windows.
It's already on OnlyFans, bro. You're late. That's the subscription board you got to. Yeah. That's what you got to pay for.
I
Update
put
your
my
credit card
squeegee to the. Oh, so anyway.
But
what are you booking?
We were talking about you.
What are you booking and shit?
I booked my show, and I got a couple other people that reached out to me about booking some other stuff for them. So I'm trying to work the network, and you know what I'm saying, make myself accessible to other people so I can help them and they can help me.
It's real hard when a bunch of people come from a bunch of different angles. Like, hey, I want you to do this spot. I want you to do this spot. And it's like, well, we already got a spot really close to there. So let me verify with them, make sure it's not pissing them off so I don't bite that hand that fed me. Kind of thing. It's so fucking difficult when you're going around this
with some of that, some of shit like that, man, that'd be like a lot of ego. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying people shouldn't work together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you should have something on the day I'm having something.
Yeah.
However, but like it's some people that be like, hey, if you book this person, I ain't fucking with you no more.
Oh, that's crazy. That's happened in another comedy scene very close to us.
Yeah, like
if you perform there, you're no longer allowed here, and that's one thing I've always been like, no, because that's bullshit.
Yeah,
because if I was
that
just
shit don't make any sense.
If I was a performer, I'd tell that person to go fuck themselves. So, I don't want any of my friends to tell me to go fuck myself.
Right. So when we had humor and harmony out here, and they had the big comedy, they had the big comedy show. And I reached out to a booker I know, and I was like, hey, man, you should try to throw something at LOL.
Yeah.
You need to have a comedy show at LOL. And he was like, when? And I was like, during the Humor and Harmony weekend. He was like, and go against 50 Cent? And I was like, it's not going against 50 Cent.
You're catching the shrapnel around.
Right, like you provide another option. It ain't even catching whatever. Like, you know how many people are gonna walk by?
Do it on the music night instead of the comedy night.
Well, we did something the same night of the comedy night, and I don't remember what it was called, but we used their font and everything, and then the whole thing was, don't have $100 to go spend there. Why don't you come? Pay nothing over here. Like, just get some drinks. Come chill.
Like even because LOL had something that weekend. But they had it on an alternate night. But it still was so many people that walked by. I was like, oh, what's going on here? Yeah. The biggest turnaway was somebody might have had their kids there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we can't bring the kids in. Damn, we should have left y'all at the house. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, and like it's not a competition. Like, people like to laugh, and people like to laugh at other different people. Yes. Like, so provide options. Like, you can go to Dallas and hit multiple comedy clubs in that one night. Yeah. Houston, the same way. Like, and never tell the same joke to like the same people in that night. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you're not. Unfortunately, it's not apples to apples because you're talking. There's more people in Dallas and Houston than there is in the entire state of Louisiana.
Well, I'm talking about that specific one time though.
Yeah, but the thing about it, unless you're doing a show at. Is it Brookshire Center?
Brookshire.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. Or the Strand.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're doing a show there, there's no venue in Shreveport that does comedy that can handle the entire population of people who would go to a show. So if there are multiple shows on the same night, there really isn't going to be much, if any, overlap. Because there's just there's enough people every night who are interested in live performances who will go to your show.
Yeah, or you can do them at offsetting times.
Yeah,
like
do mine at 7, you do yours at 9.
Yeah,
shit.
Like, hey, we'll start earlier if y'all start a little
yeah,
later.
like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know. This is Shreveport. That sounds like a little bit too much collaboration for Shreveport.
Yeah, somebody got to die. Somebody got to die.
Ain't no collaboration going on. It's that's why I really like the open mics that everyone's doing right now.
Yeah, man.
Like, someone pulled me aside and they were like, "Hey, is it cool if I do an open mic?" I was like, "I don't give a shit." And I was like, "Please don't do it on Friday, because then that's just going to be hard for everyone to."
Yeah, like
it's gonna do, not the crowd per se, but what it does do. Let's say that because when it's a Friday night, you got to start around 7 to 9. Between those time frames, that's when it needs to start. Not every comic is going to be able to go to both.
Yeah.
So some people are just going to be like, well, I'm going to pick this place, I'm going to pick this place. Now, both of us have shitty shows.
Yeah.
Because there's not enough comics.
Yeah.
And now it's like, all right, well, this guy, he can only really do 4, but I need you to do 10 to keep this crowd engaged. And they don't have 10. They don't even really have 5.
Yeah, like Shreveport is spread thin.
Yes.
Like, you know what I'm saying? When there's something going on, like, okay, I know everybody wants to do this.
Yes.
I know everybody wants to do this, but we all can't do it at once at the same time.
Yes.
Like, let's get Fridays going. Once we get it good for Fridays, then we can introduce a Wednesday. Okay,
Yes.
we got Wednesdays going. Let's introduce a Tuesday and on a Monday. And you know what I'm saying? And then because then it's different options. Like, oh, I didn't get to make it today, but I'm gonna make sure I make it to whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm happy everybody's doing it, but we also don't want to oversaturate everything. You know what I'm saying?
I talked to Glenn about that because he was like, well, they're doing every other week, and I go, that's perfect. The every other week ones, and that's what we were doing in Tiki for a long time.
Yeah, if there are at least probably 2 a week,
yeah,
I think it'll move
2 a week's 100% perfect
because
for our market,
right? Because like we only got a handful of like if you look at us and because people come in and be like, oh, what the comedy scene look like there, and I'm like, it's great.
We got some killers, but we also have some not so much killers.
They're like, how many people doing comedy? And I was like, it's about 15, 20.
Yeah, 15, 20.
Yeah, 15, 20.
Because you go to big cities and literally there's spots you have to wait for 40 comics to go on stage.
It's 15,
that's
20 that's just starting tonight.
Yes, exactly.
For the first time. Like,
I want to try it. I watched Rogan yesterday. That sounds fun.
Right, yeah. That sounds like I can do this.
I can do this.
I can do this. God, I hate that. Oh, I hate that.
Man, I love
He
newcomers.
made it look so easy.
Yeah.
Like,
all I have to do is just get up and tell stories. I do that to my friends all the time.
Well, it's funny. It's like on the 1 year anniversary of Don't Take This Serious, Blair wrote a roast set, she wrote like 5 minutes of roasting me. And she got on stage and was just like, just immediately. And she just said like one thing and got off. And afterwards, she was like, man, I had written something. I planned it out, but those lights are bright. And I was like, yeah, they are. They burn too.
Everybody got a plan until you get punched in the mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Like,
especially the lights at LOL, where all of us started, I'm assuming, right?
Well,
no?
maybe y'all, not me.
I started Bears.
No.
Where'd you start?
Where did I start?
Yeah.
Actually, right next door.
At the warehouse?
Well, it was Hangar 21.
Ah.
Yeah, that's where I.
They had open mics?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Damn.
Because I went there. Because the thing is, I went there. No, actually, my bad. No, it wasn't Hangar. Wait.
Holiday Inn.
Oh, I guess it was. Okay, so this is what happened. No, not Holiday Inn. So this is what happened. Dang it, I forget his name. Anyway,
You still got drinks?
so this guy.
I have Coke and water right now. That's all I got.
Coke and water is fine.
You want Coke and water?
Yes.
Unless you want some alcohol, I got some booze.
I'll take that too.
Let me unlock my safe.
So this is what happened. So this guy,
I'll take a small glass as well, Jonathan.
I met him on a movie set.
If you got it, yeah.
And he
I'll
told
take
me
all
that
three.
he does comedy, and he invited me to go to a show. I was like, oh shoot, I'd love to go to it because I've never seen like a live show in like whatever he was talking about. I had seen Jamie Foxx, but outside of that, I hadn't seen anything. So I went to the show. I didn't realize it was an open mic because I didn't know what an open mic was at the time. I didn't know what that was. So I'm sitting there watching people. I'm like, oh my god, I can do at least that good.
Yes.
And they were like, oh yeah, well prove it. And I, petty as I am, I'm like, okay, I will fucking prove it. It's like, come back next week and prove it. I was like, bet that.
Yeah.
So I wrote 5 minutes. And I went up there, and I'm gonna tell you, this is the most prepared for anything I've ever been in my life.
I've seen you before a show. I believe you.
Yeah. and so I went up there, and I proved I did at least as good as
Anybody
those
else?
guys.
Yeah.
And I got some laughs. I did,
Yeah.
But then David Allen. That's one of the reasons why I always
Big shout out, David Allen.
Yeah, I always gotta show love to David Allen is because he came up to me and was like, "Hey man, you should keep doing
Stick
this.
to this, yeah.
Yeah, you should do it." Even though he knew I was only there to prove
the point.
But he was like, and he encouraged me, and I kept doing it, and
Mark did that for me. Mark Pugh, after my first set, he was like, "That was your first time?" I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "That was really good, man. You should definitely keep at this shit." And I was like, "Okay." And I'm just looking at him like, "You're so fucking funny, dude. Yeah, I'll listen to you." Like, but he told me that, and it meant a lot to me. And I was like, "All right, cool. Yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna do it again."
Yeah. So, my story is kind of like Ken's, but it wasn't like a dare. Me and my partners used to
kind of like whose?
Yeah, he called you Ken.
Did you call me Ken?
Yeah, my bad. I'm sorry, Clyde. All y'all look alike.
That may be true, but this thing, I wouldn't be so offended. Like, if we didn't know a Ken who did comment, I'd be like, okay, well, Ken, I don't care.
I think he was referring to you as Ken Robinson.
But I'm saying, this the only thing.
Honestly, Ken Robinson didn't even come to my mind. I just said Ken.
Barbie's husband. That's who.
I don't
because we got comedians named Ken. Like, if we didn't have a comedian named Ken, I wouldn't care.
Like, I don't know who fuck Ken is.
Yeah,
but now
like,
you're like, oh, dude.
But I don't want the listeners and the people watching this to come in like, wait a second, he's talking about Kid. If he gets on the show,
the listeners.
Yeah, so that's why
Who?
the audience,
the audience,
the people watching.
We're just doing this for us, baby.
The civilians, basically.
Hey,
the civilians.
it's fun.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Like, it's fun.
It only helps us get better at whatever we're trying.
I did literally on the way to New Orleans yesterday. I was like, I think I'm about to start my podcast back up, but I'm about to I'm gonna change my whole initial podcast was the Chest and Chain podcast.
Yeah.
Chest and Chain.
And then I started doing Chest and Chain episodes, and because I didn't want to start over with that format, I just changed the name to the Wild Man Network.
Yeah.
And then when I started doing another type of podcast, I just said, oh, okay, this is this podcast, so I'm gonna continue to do that.
Yeah.
And when I start the next one, remember I was telling you about the ones I want to do with the interview with the comedians after the shows.
Yes.
But instead of just trying to interview the comedians after the shows, it's just gonna be us talking about comedy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Thank you so much.
I couldn't find my regular glasses.
Thank you so much. God, this when I tell you Johnny is the best.
Did you go into the china cabinet for it? Do you have a china cabinet?
It's a curio cabinet.
It's got some shit like that in it.
Thank you so much.
Wait, real quick. I just want to say, I remember his name, Finch Neeson. I don't know
Finch
if y'all know
Neeson.
Finch.
He just graduated or something.
Did he? Okay, yeah.
Graduated
Shout out to
what?
Finch because he's
I don't
like.
remember. I think. Oh, maybe I
Clyde,
saw
I know the answer, but is there anything you'd like?
There's water bottles
Do you-
behind you.
I don't have the
saw him.
one that you like.
Then I'll pass. Thanks.
What is
I
it?
have
Pineapple
tap
juice
water.
and Coke?
That is his thing.
That's
He's Mountain
crazy.
I
Spring
stopped
water.
drinking soda.
I have Coke.
I stopped drinking soda.
I might have like some.
I love it when I hear somebody say, "I got Coke."
Yes.
I got Coke.
And it's Johnny, so you gotta
The
specify.
devil's dandruff. Hey man, I do my best to try to make sure people feel like they're at home.
He does. I remember the very first time I came over here, man. He was like, "You want anything to drink?" And before I came, he was like, "You want something to drink?" I was like, "Man, whatever." Man, I got over here, man. They had a big ass bottle of Crown Royal, and I was like, "Oh man, that's dope." And then he's like, "Yeah, you can leave it here. Ain't nobody gonna fuck with it." I'm just like, "Okay." I came in with it maybe it was like months later. Maybe it could have been months later.
He don't
And
drink.
Yeah,
He's not a drinker.
it was great because I don't even I'm not a big drinker. I know that might sound crazy. This is probably the most I drink normally when I come over here. But when I come over here, I get fucked up.
Scary over here.
When I come over here, I get fucked up.
It's fun getting drunk on the pod. I had to not do it anymore because I just start talking over everybody and just rambling about
And then
dumb shit.
when you edit it back, you count up how many times he goes. You want to hear something crazy?
Dude, I turn into the
49
drunkest
times.
white guy.
Man, you want to know what's crazy?
You've seen me at the end of a night at Tiki. It's that on a podcast.
And you're so red at the end of the
So let me ask you this: what do you think of the new table?
I like it. I like the fact that you hung the other table.
That's
Man,
dope.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Every time I come here, you do something
Some
different.
shit changes.
Yeah,
every single time.
That's the best part about coming here. And that's the best part about coming and then not coming here no more.
Yeah.
Because then when you come back, it's gonna be some new shit. We got
Yeah.
some new mics, we got stands and all that shit.
They built a new table. The Coke machine's new to
yeah,
you, I
saw the
believe.
vintage cover.
The back wall should be new to you too, because it used to be that wood wall, that
No,
hardwood
no,
floor.
no.
You remember it was that red hardwood flooring that went floor to ceiling?
Yeah, I kind of remember that, but I don't think I paid attention that hard. But
You see, and that's the thing. Like Johnny, he'll take something, he'll use it, he'll have it on the show, and then it'll be up on the wall.
Yeah.
And so you just don't know it. Like next year, he plans to have one of the black people up on the wall, just hanging
Mounted
there.
like a deer.
Hell yeah.
I'm thinking Evan. I think he'll be the perfect size.
He's lighter than most
Yeah.
of them.
No.
Most of them. I didn't like how I said that.
Most of them.
My bad.
Sizing up black people.
I got to see if something happens. I got to be ready, man.
Gotta be ready.
I got to be
I
ready.
can't fight, so I gotta make sure.
Yeah, hey, look, you see the
Oh,
remember
yeah,
it used to be
yeah,
red
yeah.
wood back there?
Golly.
Yeah. So I had the air conditioner leaked. I had to rip all that shit off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it got
yeah.
everything wet So I mean, there was a while that it was just nasty fucking
Everything was
plastic and
WAP on the
insulation.
wall.
You are a psycho.
Wet ass
what?
wall.
You are a psycho.
Yes, I am a psycho. I'm absolutely a psycho.
Oh, it's crazy.
Oh,
'cause-
you talking about that was my daughter. Hold on. I'll play it. Let me we cut to all scenes. This is
All right. Well,
Not
I'm
lying.
disappointing right now. I don't know my daughter at all so far.
Well, these are questions that I switch up like a lot.
That's true. You are a psychopath. I forgot about that.
She is so funny. That's the one that comes in when we were having a night. She is hilarious.
I've never seen any of your children.
no. She used to come out all the time, especially when y'all were here, because she'd be so curious. Like, you can hear when we get rowdy back here. You can hear it
my
in the
God.
house.
It is
and
so
she'd
fun,
be
though.
she'd be like, I could hear all those people talking, and I just wanted to come back and say hey and see what was going on.
Ready to
Sometimes
party.
she would, sometimes she wouldn't. Sometimes she
It
wasn't brave
like
enough.
she's hilarious, and like first of all, she didn't need to be in there because some of the conversations we were having were definitely.
It happens. Dad, her
degenerates.
dad's Johnny. So
Oh,
it'll be
yeah.
all right.
Oh,
It's like
yeah.
when people like accidentally curse in front of my kid. I'm like, they're cool. Like,
I
they're-
promise you, they've heard worse.
well, we,
Oh,
we-
me and Jonah play Call of Duty, and I'm like, fuck, goddamn, and he's like, Dad, language, and I'm like, my bad, buddy, and then something will happen, 10, 15 minutes later, he'll get, sniped, and he's like, fuck, and he looks at me, and I'm like, buddy,
Yeah,
and he's
buddy,
like,
what are you doing?
what? And I'm like, yeah, that's what I thought.
Do you ever call him Steve?
No, I have not.
You should call him Steve
what are we calling him?
Why?
Rogers. Because of Avengers.
My
Language.
son, oh, yeah, I didn't.
Man, that
catch
was
the
a deep
reference.
cut.
It sure was.
That's such an forgettable line.
I like movies. I don't know.
I like
Nice.
movies too. I'm
Are
usually
you
better at that. That's my bad.
Are you
I'll
excited about
try to stay
Superman?
on track now.
No.
really? I don't know how DC dropped the ball so fucking hard. They do it nonstop. Did y'all see? First Wonder Woman wasn't bad. Was not good, but was not bad. The second one was the biggest pile of dog shit I have ever
Wow,
seen.
that's
in
great.
my
And I actually liked the second one.
Did you?
Somebody asked
But
me
I
if
also
I was gonna
didn't
go see
watch-
it, and I said, "Does Gal Gadot finger herself?" And they were like, "No," and I was like, "Not interested."
What a babe.
I mean, that's like those.
If she had a dick, I'd still be.
I
in.
didn't like any of. What'd you say? If she had a dick, you'd still be into it? Yeah, I can see that.
Wait, so Scoob,
Okay.
were you about to say you didn't see
With
the first
them
one?
legs.
I didn't see all of the first one. Like I
See-
saw like bits and pieces.
See,
of it.
that's probably part of why you thought the second one was okay because, spoiler alert for Wonder Woman, in the first one, Steve dies. And so they
I
bring
haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, that's why I said spoilers. So what happened? So the fact that they
Trump
decided
followed.
to bring him
Edited,
back
how's it?
is like it's stupid. Like, why bring him back? Just because this is the thing. He works in the first one. He works very well. So they wanted to bring him back after they killed him off. That's fucking.
So they
stupid.
had to make her. What was it? It was like a origin story, or did she go back in time?
neither one.
Wait, he just showed up.
So
I don't remember. That's how bad this movie was. It's
it-
that forgettable.
effectively, it's like, oh, they brought his spirit back and put him in someone else's body.
Nice.
But you see him. You don't see the other person.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
really
Well,
stupid.
and I think it was one of those. It might have been the first or second, because neither of them were good at all. But the other one wasn't bad. The first one wasn't bad, but one of them, it builds up this whole thing, and then it's a 5-minute fight at the end to end it.
I think that's the second one.
It might be the second one. It's just like a 5-minute thing. It's like, wait, we built up all this intensity
'Cause-
for that to be the problem.
Both of them.
It is both of them.
I know it was definitely the second because I was like,
I'm sorry
oh,
I brought this up, Clyde. My
I-
bad, dog.
Oh, when I edit this, I'm gonna have to put every point that he made a minute ago is gonna get a bam or a kazero, like the old school Batman.
Well, you should have told me. I would have made it more dramatic.
You did well. Trust
no,
me.
yeah, you got
Yeah,
heated
I
up.
mean, yeah, you were
li- you
obviously
left, yeah.
passionate about it.
That's your LocoFest submission. Just
Yeah,
you
I got you.
bitching about Superman.
Well, it's like me with Batman versus Superman. That's the dumbest idea that I've ever heard in my life because at the beginning of the movie, I'm Batman, I'm Superman, you're Batman. And you come to me and you're like, we got beef. I grab you and I go to the moon and set you down and come back home. Done. Roll credits. We're done.
But the problem
But that's
with
logical,
that
dog.
is this.
That's not a good movie.
Superman is not the one
He's not a killer.
moving the beef. He's not
Yeah.
he's trying to resist the beef, which is why
Probably because he
Batman
knows I can
has-
just take your head off
Exactly.
right now.
That's
Yeah.
why Batman has a chance because he's like, I don't want to fight. That's the only reason Batman has a chance against Superman in the film. Which, don't get me wrong, the film is ass. I don't give a fuck. This is dumbest fucking shit.
I made a suit of armor and I figured out how to
tell
turn
y'all.
some green dust into your face.
Forgot to tell you, I fully planned on bringing up comic book stuff with Clyde because he gets heated and
Oh, yeah,
excited
yeah.
about it. It's my favorite.
I do because
Me and him had a 2-hour conversation about superheroes on the way
stupid.
back from Tyler one day.
It's fucking ridiculous.
They call it unobtainium? How the fuck did they obtain it?
My problem with unobtainium is not the fact that they use the word unobtainium. It's the fact that it's in multiple fucking movies.
Time out. Is that a real thing? I've never noticed that.
Me either.
Yeah,
I
it's
thought he
metal.
just-
It's the...
I really thought he made that shit up.
Animanium?
In that
No,
what
that's
it-
animanium from
No,
Wolverine.
adamantium.
Adamantium
What is
is-
unobtainable? Whatever.
Okay,
Unobtainium.
unobtainium has become just a placeholder for a
For
made
I
up-
can't think of
for
some
a-
shit.
Yeah,
made
I
up-
thought
made-up-
it was in one of the movies. I may have just made that shit up in my mind, but I thought it was in one of the movies.
But it's because you probably heard it in 2 separate films.
Yeah, that's
the
what I
first
thought
film
so.
I ever heard it in was a movie called The Core. You ever
Yes,
seen it?
that's right. I watched that dumbass movie recently.
Yes. And see, the thing is, it was okay in that movie because of the fact that the dude was like, I created this, so it's unobtainable because only I can make it.
Yeah, you
I
can
was
name
like,
your
okay,
shit whatever you want to
right.
name it.
I'm
Yeah.
like, okay,
Okay.
that makes fucking sense. I can go with that.
Okay.
But the other
But
one,
when it comes from a planet
yeah,
unobtainium, it's
yeah,
like, nah, that ain't
all
it, bro.
right, That's, yeah.
Show me your tania.
Yeah.
So we get tiny.
So,
You remember the other night I told you I saw
is
one of the
somebody
crates?
stealing something from
No. My stepdad made a bed for my daughter for Christmas,
Oh,
so they're
okay.
bringing it
All right.
over.
Because I was like, am I the only one seeing this thief?
No, we're getting evicted today.
oh,
So
okay.
they're taking
They're-
furniture out.
We still in the podcast studio. Everything else is fine.
I got this in the lease.
No, that's Aaron's. They're coming to get their
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, that's it. They're coming to get my reading lamps. I rented my bed lamps.
Man, down bad when you got to rent some furniture.
Man, you're down bad when your bed lamps get repoed. You
Man,
know what I mean?
you
Hey,
know
we're
that's
here
still
for
a-
your end tables.
They got sneakers at Aaron's now.
They
Like,
repo them bitches?
man,
I bet they would.
like I don't understand how that.
We're here for your tinnies.
those Legend Blues ain't hot anymore. Take them. Bye-bye.
Yeah, we gotta go. Like, how the fuck do you represent? Like, I saw him at, was it Aaron's?
Rent-A-Center, maybe?
Yeah, I don't. It probably was.
That
My
makes no
cousin
more
owns a
sense.
pawn shop, and now they started doing sneakers, and it's fucking insane in there. I was like, people buy this shit? And he's like, yeah. How do y'all feel about wearing a suit with sneakers?
It depends.
Never worn a suit because I'm fat. And I'm just poor, so
They
I've
do-
never owned a suit.
Boy,
Yo, look, yo, I went to go
I've
get
seen
a
the
suit.
Denali out front, baby.
Look, I went to
look
go,
at this. Look like
Oh,
You ain't got money for the
yeah,
suit
that's-
after the
yeah,
mortgage,
I paid
man.
all this is stolen.
hell no. You better buy your suit off of Amazon for $100.
Not
like,
a big boy size.
No.
That-
So look, when I went to go look for a suit, the one time I was
Big boy
legitimately
sizes are
going to look
different,
for
yeah.
a suit, the only suits that I could find that fit me were fucking Steve Harvey suits, and I looked like a fucking
No,
priest.
Just like an NBA draft pick
No,
in the
man,
early
yeah.
But that's-
2000s.
You
As
go
much
get
as you-
them tailored, bro.
As much as you be building
I
shit,
didn't
you
have
should
time
craft yourself
like
a
that-
suit, man.
that-
Make a suit out of wood, like Theo
Oh,
Vaughn.
no.
Don't make a suit out of wood.
No, I'm
That's-
not saying do that. That's some weird shit.
That
I'm
is
saying
weird.
like as
Oh,
far
I'm the
as,
weird
as
one now.
creative as you are, as with the ability that you have to construct things, you should just make your own suit, man.
I do have a sewing machine back there.
I mean, I don't need to know all your personal business. I'm just saying, man. Just
Never used it once.
So there you go.
I do. My plan this year is I am going to buy a suit, have it tailored, and I'm going to wear a suit at some point in time.
Man, there is nothing
You should,
like
you should wear it in
Where's
May.
the
Good.
Loco Fest if you make it on?
a
Yeah.
About
great,
February 15th,
a
baby.
great
So I'm talking about my.
tailored-
Oh, my comedy's weird. You guys know that.
Yeah, I know.
White boy comedy. I know what the deal is.
It's not white
That's
boy
n-
comedy. It's
that's-
just it's Johnny comedy.
Comedy.
Yeah, buddy.
A good tailor suit.
Yeah,
I've
can't.
never
I,
had a
I
nice
want
fitting
one,
suit.
and I
Man,
can't wait.
I'm telling you, like I unmasked, who's known to wear a suit.
Yeah.
That Christmas one is the one that jumps out to me. That one with all the lights
Yeah.
on it that show at the port.
When we were in Atlanta, man, it was me, him, and JR Judah, and we took this picture. And I said, "Hey, bro, what's going on with your pants?" And he was like, "What you mean?"
Shit. Shit.
Yeah.
I
And
got
I'm
3M on them.
like, what the? I'm like,
Reflective technology.
what the fuck? Like your pants? Like he was like, oh man, what you doing? I was like, man. Not only were they shiny,
Yeah.
they were like wide at the bottom, and I'm like,
Like
bro,
bell bottoms?
you're fucking grown, bro. Like, get your fucking suit tailored. And he was like, what? And I
I
was like,
think people think it costs a lot to get your shit tailored,
It
but it's
does
only
not.
it's
It-
like what $50-$100 to get your pants done.
that, $50 to $100. That's how much I'm paying to get a suit. Well, it depends on because if you have
I don't know. I don't
if
wear
you have to get your
suits.
jacket tailored, it does cost a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like because I don't get me wrong. I know I don't dress like it now, but I love putting on dress clothes.
Yeah.
I love.
There's nothing better than actually feeling good about the way you look.
I
Like, damn, I look good today.
I love putting dress clothes on, and like I love I like flat fashion, and I'm like, hey, when it looks good and it feels good, man, you whatever. It's just like Dion say, you look good, you feel good, you play good.
Yeah.
And like, goddamn, but a baggy ass suit, ain't nothing cool about that.
When
like,
you got to go to the funeral looking the worst, you're like,
You-
dude, that dead guy looks better than me.
like
dog.
you don't even, like,
That's bad.
why you look so big in
Yeah.
that big ass suit?
And
like,
that's the thing with the fat guy too, man. Like, so you can't just. So I'm the same way with dress shirts. Every time I go to get a dress shirt, it is too fucking big around the torso because I have to get the tall one
Yeah,
because I have this abnormally long torso.
you have to get your shirts tailored.
I do not though. I just fucking
I don't.
tuck them bitches in hella hard.
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you.
Hopefully I don't have to sit so it comes untucked.
So you got to get you one of the things that they used to wear back in the Gap.
Girdle?
Not those, but the little thing that keep your shirt tucked in.
Yeah, so
Oh,
it's
it
like,
connects
it goes
to your
around
socks.
legs, right?
Yeah, they
It goes
connect
to your
leg.
socks.
Yeah,
Dude, I'll be walking like a fucking robot though, like a brand
What-
new pair of Dickies. Just
something
can't move
like
it.
something like that. Like man, because I was a lot bigger than what I was,
Yeah.
and then because I got a wide ass neck.
Yeah, so you
know
have
what
to
I'm
get a bigger
I gotta
one.
get So like
You're
like
wearing
you said,
a 3X, but you really need an extra large.
Yeah,
It's like, but I
like,
can't button the
I
top.
can't button. Yeah, so like I have to go get mine tailored because it has to feel good.
Yeah.
Unless I got a jacket. Unless I don't plan
If
on
you got
taking
a
my jacket off.
yeah, if it's cold
If I'm not
out,
taking my
fuck it.
jacket off, then I ain't worried
I'll
about
tuck
it.
that bitch tight as hell.
Boy, listen
Put
here.
a paper clip or not
I'll-
paper, a safety pin in the back.
I'll tuck the motherfuckers in my drawers. And I'll pull the motherfuckers in my drawers as tight as I can, and then like make sure it flat in the
Yeah,
front.
yeah.
Yeah. So like, yo, it's I don't know, man. I just
Well, when I get my suit, we'll do a podcast where
We're suited up.
We're all suited
where
up.
hey man, look, I can't wait.
I'm down. We'll get it done.
You don't
And-
have to look great except for walking in and walking out. So
And
we can
I
adjust the
I guess
camera.
technically all I need is the top, right? Because we're just gonna be sitting here. I could be like an anchor man.
I mean, we
you can wear
you
pants.
Just,
We'd
you just go
appreciate
buy a
it.
blazer. Yeah, you can go buy a blazer, but please wear pants.
And that's been this week's episode of the Terrible Table Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to thank our guests for showing up. Clyde, thank you. Scoob, thank you. Can't wait for the next time. Chris, man, I'll say thank you, but you'll be here next week too. So next week we have the bartender Blair coming in. You
For
guys-
real?
Yeah.
Blair's coming on.
Let me
baby.
shut up.
Yeah. You guys get ready for that. That's going to be interesting. And as always, do me a favor. Like, subscribe, share. Fuck off. All right. Love y'all.
Johnny, I need you to
It freaked me out.
Just rambling.
It's a little bit better. They
Okay.
were so low.